Mike, talk a little bit about where we start with our unidirectional and bidirectional winding systems.
Let's start first where everything started. Okay. Some of the first pocket watches were made actually were pocket watches that were automatics, and it was a hinge system that when you actually opened the case up, it pulled a lever and actually just pulled on it. It's basically the more you opened it, the more it wound the watch. So if you checked what time it was, you went ahead and you put a little bit of pre-wind on the watch. What's not that far similar or that far removed is actually your Atmos clock behind you. That actually works with a set of diaphragms which actually pulls a chain and actually winds the watch. Where that changed is they actually went to a bridle system where the mainspring, you always hear the question, can you overwind a watch? The only automatic that I can recall working on, single barrel automatic, was the JLC Futurematic, which had an actual release when the mainspring gets fully wound. It would decouple the oscillating weight.
Yes.
That's the only one that I know of. There may be more obscure than that, but that I can remember working on. But we have automatics. They went through a full stage of refinements. When they went into wristwatches, some of the first ones they called them bumpers. And the reason they called them bumpers was they had a limited rotation where it actually had a set of springs, and the bumper, the weight itself would swing one way and hit a set of springs and come back the other way, and it worked like a ratchet system. Movado had a bumper system, Omega used a bumper system, and that is a bumper system right there.
Yeah, I've got an early JLC 1947 vintage bumper automatic. It's important to note that this is the first system. John Harwood, an Englishman, invented the first practical wristwatch automatic winding system. Fortis, of course, industrialized it in Switzerland. Around about 1926 we first started seeing those. The industry as a whole started getting hip to it in the late 40s, early 50s, and Rolex between the very first and the rest of the pack, Rolex, I would say, made it industrially practical.
With the bubble backs when they started with that.
But they did it with rotors.
Yeah, the bubble backs had an oscillating rotor, and it was actually, the first automatics actually started as a complication on top of a manual wind movement. The main coupling point is a way to turn the ratchet wheel from an outside source. So you're actually using, instead of using the stem to wind the watch, you're winding it from the back of the watch in most cases. Rolex did it with a bubble back, and it was a complete contraption. They made various styles of it, but majority of those work with a pawl system where it just held pressure one way. It would wind it and then just hold it and stop everything from releasing back. So it would just keep adding pressure, adding pressure, adding pressure. It wasn't the most effective, but it worked.
No. And the thing is, if you're wondering why most of the industry was using bumpers while Rolex was using rotors, it was a heck of a lot easier to get around John Harwood and Fortis than it was to get around Rolex and its patents.
There you go.